One thing that I did want to mention is, I've been in the situation of managing projects, and I know Sister Abda mentioned that running a school is demanding and taxing, but I don't think she did justice to how much effort, how much heart, how much time is spent in building up your kids. Day in, day out, you're stressing not only about school management, right? All the teachers are worrying about, how to really build people and children of character. And I'm particularly passionate about this subject because around a decade ago, I used to be right there. My parents were sitting there, coming to the front, recording, saying Children of the World, or they're recording some Quran recitation or anything else. And yet here I am a decade later, thanks to those same teachers, thanks to the supporters, thanks to the fundraisers, thanks to all of the people that put effort in the schools and in the education system, I'm here today. Alhamdulillah. So now coming to the topic, I'll start with the Quranic ayah. بعد أن أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم والذين تبوأوا الدار والإيمان من قبلهم يحبون من هاجر إليهم ولا يجدون في صدورهم حاجة مما أوتوا ويؤثرون على أنفسهم ولو كان بهم خصاصة. So the story behind this verse is that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our beloved messenger, was sitting in the masjid. And there one of the people of Ahlul Sufa came. These people were homeless, they had no food, they had no money. They're staying at the masjid and they're studying there. That's their job. And one of them came and he was completely hungry. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told another man that was sitting nearby, said, take this man from Ahlul Sufa, take him to your home and feed him. So this man goes without any hesitation, without any question mark. He goes and takes this man to his house. And he asks his wife, do we have any food left? And his wife, in a very sad tone, she says, the only food we have is a few small morsels of food that I saved for my children. Not only are they starving and hungry, this is the only food that we had left that we saved for our children. All the children we're seeing today, how hurt would we feel if they didn't have food themselves? And the Sahaba, if he wanted to, easily, he could have gone to Rasulullah and said, we only have food for our children. Yet instead, he says, okay, the children are waiting for the food, dim the candlelight and pretend like we're doing other things so that the children fall asleep. And then he brought the man inside, and the little food that he had left, he presented it to this man. And let him feed and the man let him eat to his full. And even so, so much so that the narration says that he even pretended that he was eating, even though he had no food left after if the other man ate. Anyhow, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala next morning honored this man, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this ayah. And Rasulullah called this man, and he says, the people, the dwellers of paradise and the dwellers of the heavens are congratulating you. You've done a great thing. And so what we're learning here from the Sahaba is that empathy, that care for the other ummatis, that needs to be present. I've been thinking about this story and many other stories of the Sahaba for a long time. How much care they had for one another. Not only their kids and their future generation, which is necessary, but also for their brothers, for their sisters, globally, for everyone. And I kept looking for what is that single quality, what is that reminder, what was that thing in their heart that made them such great individuals. And the more I looked, I found that it was Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself. Here was Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam who taught the Sahaba that you will not enter Jannah until you believe. And then after that, he didn't say you will not believe until you pray. That's also true. He said that you will not believe until hatta tahabbu, until you love one another. So when we talk about ummah and strength of diversity, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam represented it. When he first went to Medina, what did he do? He knew that the Aus and Khazraj are fighting with one another to the point where they already win in war. We talk about masjid politics. This is the highest level of masjid politics. They're killing one another, literally. They have blood names right there. The blood hasn't even dried and Rasulullah enters the city. And what is he saying? He's saying each one of you, two people will be brothers to one another. You share your wealth, you share your homes, and you share the same fikr, the same concern about the ummah together. This is the same Rasulullah that told the Sahaba and is teaching all of us, كُنْتُمْ خَيْرَ أُمَّةٍ أُخْرِجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ, that you are the best ummah that was sent by Allah to mankind. There was the ummah of Isa alayhi salam, there was the ummah of Musa alayhi salam, and this is the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the best Allah is honored us with. Here also, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam taught the Sahaba and all of us, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Hold on to the rope of Allah. And Ibn Mas'ud says, this is the Quran, this is the Sunnah, this is the Deen. Hold on to it and do not divide with one another. Be united in such projects. Here Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam also taught that there's the effort for all of us here, men and women, and inshallah the children as they grow up. There's an effort in the day, and there's an effort in the night. The effort in the day is fundraisers like these, supporting the schools, supporting the imams, all the great work everyone's doing. And the effort of the night is crying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make good come to our lives, to our families' lives, to our communities' lives, and to our whole ummah's lives. The effort of the day is today, inshallah, we fulfill it by this fundraiser. And inshallah, at nights, we fulfill the effort of the night. If we haven't done it before, let's start today, inshallah. Now, I think when we talk about ummah and strength of diversity, there's no more powerful, more spiritual experience, more awakening experience than the Hajj itself. I had the blessing to go to Hajj alone when I was 19 years old. And there, I was just standing there with 3 million Muslims. People from Europe, people from Africa, people from America, people from South America, from all over the globe, all united, saying, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. They didn't look at the color of their skin. They didn't look at how intelligent people were. They didn't look at anything. We're united, and we're here rehearsing Qiyamah. Doing tawaf around Makkah, going to Muzdalifah, going to Arafah. May Allah give us all tawfiq to get there. And so, I wanted to mention, since the topic is diversity, and obviously we're not talking only about race here. Rasulullah ﷺ embodied diversity and appreciating, whether it was a prodigy student like Zayd, who Rasulullah ﷺ told him, learn Hebrew. And he was such a smart student, he learned the whole language in 2 weeks. To the point where he's writing Hebrew and doing da'wah in that language. Rasulullah ﷺ valued the children so much that when they were playing, you could say soccer, he stopped in between and he started playing with them. They loved Rasulullah ﷺ. And when they grew up, these same children, they became the heroes of Islam. Ibn Abbas, Ibn Mas'ud, all these great people, they had heroes, they had role models, and they had Rasulullah ﷺ love. And we have that too, and our children have that too. And we have to represent that in our lives and teach our kids that. And that's why we have these Islamic schools. Now to end, I want to share this experience of Hajj, which is historic, of a man that Imam Wazir also, and all of us, we respect so much, that we have forgotten, unfortunately, in our Muslim communities. And that is Al-Hajj Malik Al-Shabbaz, Malcolm X. And he says in a letter, when he was coming back, or actually when he was in Makkah itself, and he says, and I'll just say a few quotes from this letter. He says, never have I witnessed such sincere hospitality and overwhelming spirit of true brotherhood as is practiced by people of all colors and races here. And then he says, there were tens of thousands, and now millions obviously, of pilgrims from all over the world. They were of all colors, from blue-eyed blondes to black-skinned Africans. But we were all participating in the same ritual, displaying a spirit of unity and brotherhood that my experiences in America had led me to believe never could exist between the white and non-white. He then continues and he says, we were all truly the same brothers because our belief in one God had removed the white from their minds, the white from their behavior, the white from their attitude, meaning the racism. And he continues and he ends with saying, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Admitting that this blessing of brotherhood, this diversity in our community, all the different talents we have, the young, the old, the rich, the poor, all the different races, all of it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala itself. So in a concluding remark, just like Malcolm X had this transformational experience for Hajj, in the same way, let us have this transformational experience today, where we realize the beauty and the power of Islam, and we realize the need for Islamic schools that teach these values, so that these same kids, they don't go to colleges and beyond, doubting their faith and losing their faith, but rather they go proud and they surpass even us. That is the message of Rasulullah ﷺ, to be a true ummati. And if we do this today, inshallah ta'ala, not only by fundraising and by the dua at the nights, which inshallah you all do, if we all do that, then inshallah in Yawm al-Qiyamah we will all reunite with Rasulullah ﷺ himself. And he'll see our deeds inshallah ta'ala, and inshallah he'll have a big smile, not only seeing this fundraiser, not only seeing all of our prayers, not only seeing all the investments we did to the kids, right? He'll have a big smile, and if we get that honor, He'll water us with His hawd. And if we get that drink, we will never be thirsty again. And then we'll join Him in Jannatul Firdaus A'la. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to realize this blessing of being an ummati of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our children, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala really make us realize the real calling of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we have in our lives, not only in this fundraiser, but beyond throughout our lives. This is our mission, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give tawfiq. Wa akhiru da'wan, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.